He is an American baritone with a troubled past that he wouldn't trade for anything. Mark Delavan is performing at Lyric Opera. He's here tonight to perform for us and to tell us more about his journey as an opera singer. Mark, welcome to Chicago tonight.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
First of all, you've had an interesting journey.
You could say that.
Throughout your life. And at one point, it included being almost homeless. Tell me about that. How low did you go?
Well, it's hard. What ended up happening was at the time previous to that, I'd have several jobs that didn't go very well, and everybody was saying the same thing. They were saying his ego was writing checks that his talent couldn't cash. That's my favorite one that I can repeat on camera.
Because you were known as a really difficult guy.
Yeah.
You would perform at an opera house, and everyone would not like you, from the PR people to the stage head.
That's my favorite story that I end up telling, and it was one particular opera company where the general director actually made that information known, not publicly, but it was kind of known in the business. And he said, "I've never met a guy where my entire company didn't like him. Chorus, kids chorus, backstage crew, the people that swept up the bathrooms, you know, it went down that far." And just shortly after that, what ended up happening was, I mean, as you might imagine, my first wife probably didn't want to spend too much more time with me either, being kind of acting like that. And she made the wise choice and kicked me out. And what ended up happening was, there was no work and there was nowhere to go. And the late, great Jerome Hines became a dear friend. He became somebody. He said, "Why don't you live in the back room of this Newark office building that we've rented and clean the toilets and do a little security guarding and maybe some, typing and stuff for rent."
So you had a roof over your head?
I had a roof.
But you didn't have an address?
I did not have an address. What I had was a post office box in the raging metropolis of Springfield, New Jersey. Image that, if you will.
So at that point, you sort of hit bottom professionally?
I hit bottom professionally and personally and spiritually.
But you got a break with the New York City Opera? And
I did. Well, I have to give credit where credit is due. Jerome Hines at that point was the man who said, "I think you've got a voice. I think you've got some serious personal problems that you need to address." And I did. I addressed them, and I got a break around 1994, spring of 1994. I went in and did an audition, and all the work, the spiritual work, the emotional work, work on behavior problems. And all of it kind of came to fruition at the same time.
Well, 15 years later, you find yourself in this production at Lyric Opera, and I understand Lyric Opera is one of the places you really enjoy performing.
Well, gosh, where do I start? First of all, I love Chicago. Chicagoans are some of my favorite people on earth. They're just, first of all, the sense of humor is hilarious. I've been teasing the crew since I got here, and have just had a blast.
You just don't want them to say they hate you when you leave.
No, it's true. I've already had that. I don't want that to happen again. It's bad. It's bad, really bad. And the Lyric is one of the top opera companies in the world in terms of quality. I could brag about their fiscal responsibility. There was an article in the Tribune recently. No canceled productions, no layoffs, no canceled anything, and a raise in the budget. Somebody's doing something right.
So that tells me your check is not going to bounce.
My check is not going to bounce. I'm hoping. I'm thinking.
Tell me what you're going to be performing tonight.
I will be performing. I'll first be performing Cole Porter's "Night and Day" from The Gay Divorcee, and later I'll be performing the prologue from Pagliacci, which is the show we're going to be doing.
Mark, so good to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Congratulations on how your career is going.
Thank you.
And has been going for some time. Mark Delavan is performing in Cavalleria Rusticana and Pagliacci, which open on February 14th at Lyric Opera. To learn more about Mark and his performances, please visit our website, WTTW.com/Chicago tonight. Here he is now with Cole Porter's Night and Day, and he's accompanied by Elizabeth Bucceri on piano.
Like
Like the beat, beat, beat of the tom-tom when the jungle shadows roll. Like the tick-tick-tock of the stately clock as it stands against the wall. Like the drip, drip, drip of the raindrops when the jungle showers through. Like a voice within me keeps repeating you, night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are, I think of you, night and day, day and night. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? Traffic's boom, in the silence of my lonely room, I think of you, night and day, night and day. Under the hide of me, there's an oh, such a hungry yearning burning inside of me. And its torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night.